Dr. Kavya, ma'am.
हाँ, माननीय श्रीमती डॉक्टर के काव्या जी.
Thank you, Chairperson ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. But I rise today to oppose the IBC Code Amendment Bill 2025. This bill reflects a government that has lost sight of justice, accountability, and economic fairness. Enacted in 2016, it was meant to bring discipline to corporate India, protect creditors, and ensure time-bound resolution of stressed assets. But here we see delays, massive haircuts, promoters escaping accountability. We see public money being silently written off in the name of resolution. In Clause 4, Section 7, 9, 10, 14 days admission timeline is given. But that appears progressive. But I ask the government, how can timelines be enforced when institutions themselves are collapsing? The NCLT and the NCLAT are burdened with vacancies, infrastructure shortages, and mounting backlogs. And in cases concerning tribunal vacancies, the Apex Court has emphasized that educatory bodies must be adequately staffed to uphold the rule of law. This government wants speed without capacity, deadlines without delivery, reform without responsibility. Promoters escape, people pay. Sir, ma'am, the bill introduces definitions in Clause 3, Section 5 about avoidance transactions and fraudulent trading. But definitions are not enforcement. Where is the accountability? Where is the mechanism to ensure that those who siphoned funds, mismanaged companies, and defrauded creditors are punished? The Supreme Court in Swiss Ribbons Private Limited versus Union of India 2019 upheld the IPEC precisely because it was designed to prevent errant promoters from regaining control without paying their dues. But in practice, what do we see? Promoters walk away, banks take losses, and the public pays. This bill does nothing to strengthen enforcement under Section 66, weakening Parliament, strengthening bureaucracy. In Clause 42, critical frameworks like group insolvency and cross-border insolvency are not defined in the law itself. Instead, they are left to rules and regulations. The Supreme Court in multiple judgments has clearly held that essential legislative functions cannot be delegated. But this government is systematically bypassing Parliament. Why are we here then? Why have debates if decisions will be taken through notifications? Committee of Creditors, power without accountability. In Clause 13, Section 21, the bill strengthens the role of the Committee of Creditors, even allowing it to continue during liquidation. Who ensures that public interest is not sacrificed for private settlements? The Supreme Court in SR Steel recognized the primacy of COC, but it never intended for it to become unchecked power. Finality of resolution or finality of justice. The bill strengthens the finality of resolution plans, extinguishing all past claims once approved. Hence, certainty is important. But should justice be sacrificed for speed? What happens to pending claims, workers' dues, government recoveries? Are we creating a system where closure becomes more important than fairness? Conclusion, a bill that reforms process but ignores justice. Ma'am, this bill makes technical changes, it clarifies definitions, it adjusts procedures, it reorganizes frameworks, but it fails where it matters most. It does not stop massive corporate haircuts, does not ensure accountability of promoters, does not strengthen institutions, it weakens parliamentary oversight, it ignores the voice of small creditors. This is not reform, this is cosmetic legislation. The final appeal, ma'am, I speak not just as a member of parliament, but as a representative of people whose money is at stake. When a corporate defaults, it is not just a balance sheet entry. It is farmer's deposit, it is poor man's savings, it is a nation's wealth. And today, this government is asking us to pass a law that protects processes but not people. We cannot allow that. I urge this House, send this bill back, strengthen it, make it just, transparent and accountable, because insolvency law is not just about failing companies. It is about whether this government stands with its people or with powerful defaulters. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
सभा की कार्यवाही शुक्रवार दिनांक 27 मार्च 2026 को प्रातः 11 बजे